Hi friends, it's Becky, and it feels like I have been waiting so long for this month's bargain bead box, and it's probably because it started showing up so early for so many of my friends. But they always send it by the 10th, so some of you may also be waiting for this. In which case, if you don't want to be spoiled, go ahead and leave my video and come back to it once you get yours. But if you love spoilers, then stick around because we're going to open this up. This is the March Bargain Bead Box, and Bargain Bead Box is a subscription bead box. It's one of the most popular, and it's one of the most popular for a reason. They usually send you really well curated boxes of high quality check glass, gemstones, and findings for a really, really low price. Like it's less than $25 a month for this. And yeah, so we've got that. They also send you, the reason this is folded is because there's a coupon code over here that they send you if you are a subscriber that gives you 30% off the already low prices at Bead Box Bargains. That's their sister store and site. That's where you can get box extras. And they also have like really good deals on check glass, gemstones, glass beads, findings, and they're all really, really excellent for making jewelry with. They are one of my favorite sites to shop for beads. It is becoming. Anyway, so this is the theme is Seafoam Sunrise, so get ready for spring break. Vacation vibes abound with an array of Amazonite, including a top-drilled teardrop focal, high-quality 8mm rounds, and micro-faceted 3mm beads, plus a pair of faceted half-drilled tops, and a strand of matte flower Amazonite. In addition to all this blue-green beauty, there are frosted 10mm agate beads and sparkling crystals in peachy sunrise hues, plus antique copper findings with fun swirled motifs. I love antique copper for a finding color. Our metals, it is really great. I love it so much. All right, so we've got all of these, and they are not just numbered and labeled, but they also added the numbers so that it would match the numbers on here. But since we've got the labels that tell us what they are, I'm just going to read off the labels and not off the paper when we are sorting this. I like to sort my beads when I get them into a 15 grid organizer, because if they're in a place where I can see all of them at once and easily access them, I find that I make more things from one of the bead boxes rather than if I just stick it back in its bag and put it on a shelf. So I like to organize them. Most of my I'm trying to remember the words and it's not coming for some reason. Most of my subscription boxes and bead kits will fit in this 15 grid organizer. There's only 2 subscriptions that I get that don't. And usually when I get to those, you'll see. But they're one of my favorites. I actually I organize these a lot, and I'm just in love with these colors. I am absolutely in love. But yeah, I organize them, and then I'm actually planning this weekend to empty out some of them and show you guys how I add the beads back to my stash when I've been using one of these bead boxes and I don't have that many left. So we'll be doing that this weekend. But for today, we're going to put some beads in one of these bead boxes. All right. So let's start with these guys because they are gorgeous and beautiful. We have a 30 by 18mm Amazonite teardrop pendant, and it has a hole drilled through the top. Just look at the striations on that. That is gorgeous. That looks like sunlight on waves. That's just what it looks like to me. That is sunlight on waves, and it's gorgeous and beautiful. And I'm going to put this right here in there. And then we've got these teardrop pendants. They are top drilled, and they're 18 by 16mm, and they have facets. Where this one was smooth, these have facets, so they sparkle. And they are different colors, but I don't mind that at all. I don't need a perfectly matched pair. This one and this one, they are beautiful. And what it means, it's half drilled, so there's like this hole that goes part way down here. So what we might be able to do is take some wire and glue it in and then make a little loop on the end to make a bail. That is something that we may be able to do with these. I imagine that they will be posting extras of this on the site if you wanted to get more of those. So let's keep going with the blues. Let's just get all these blues sorted, and then we can go to our peachy tones and our metals after we get these guys out here. Yeah, I think that's how we should do it. All right. These are 8mm Amazonite round beads. They are 7.5 inches strand. Let's open this up. And it looks like we have more of these colors, the variations. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see the color variation, and just within each of the strands a little bit. These would make really great planet beads, like, or maybe one of the icy moons. I'm sorry, I'm still on a planet. I'm never going to be over planets. I will never be tired of them, ever. All right, I'm going to put this one actually maybe right here. There we go. And now we've got our flower Amazonite. They are matte rounds, and I love when we get these gemstones with the matte finish because they just feel so good against the skin. They are so great for bracelets. And this is 24.5 inches, this strand. This is a lot of beads. In fact, I'm probably going to need to lay this down so that they will all fit in here. But look at all of that color variation that we get with this. Like, some of them are warmer colors, like almost like aventurine or carnelian colored. And then we've got some dark, almost black colors, and then some light yellowy colors, some peachy peach colors. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous strand. It might actually be fun to sort through this and sort them into different color groups. Or it might just be fun to put them all in here and pick them out at random when I am making things. In fact, oof, they are just beautiful. I love them so much already. All right, so we got these guys put away. And now we have some 8mm crystal faceted drop beads. This is marbled mint. And you can see that they're drops because they've got a fat bottom. And you know how we feel about fat bottom beads at this channel. These are really cool, actually. I bet these would be a lot of fun to put in something where you've got like the flat bottoms facing each other, maybe like this. That would be cool. Look how sparkly they are. They sparkle, yes, like sunlight on water. Sorry, I'm fully invested in the beachy theme, guys. Fully and completely invested. And these are going everywhere. And the last blues, we've got the 3mm Amazonite faceted rounds. These are also a little bit sparkly. We have a lot of variation in color as well. Just lots and lots of different light tealy blue tealy blue hues. That's what I'm looking for, not heels. It's like hue and teal if they had a baby. And I am just taking all of these guys off of here, putting them into this section. Oh, you know, normally when I get these small 3mm gemstone strands, I usually just leave them on the cord because it makes it a little bit easier to work with. So I don't know why I cut this, but I started it, so let's finish it. Let's get them all in here. There we go. That's great. All right, now we've got our warm tones here. We've got some 8x6mm Crystal Faster Rondelle. This is Peaches and Cream Mix. This is another nice long strand, and it does give us quite a variety of our beads. It looks like some of these have two dual tone. They're like peachy on one side and creamy on the other. Love that. And then we've got some that are creamy all the way through, some that are peachy all the way through, and some that are clear. Let's take this off of here. We're going to put this up over here on the side, and I'm going to see if it'll all fit in one of these sections. If not, I can take out this divider and we can have enough room for all of them, and it looks like this is going to need to be a 2-section strand. Nothing wrong with that. It gives you a lot of beads to work with, and especially when they're like a bead mix like this, having more beads. I like to do more with each of those color options. I'm just undoing this last one. It's got the wire all the way through it. There we go. And now we've got some Agate. It is 10mm dyed heated matte round beads, 7.5 inches for this one. See, look at these. These would all already go so well together. Man, good job, guys, putting these together. Okay, and this is also going to be another 2-section one because these are larger beads. And now we've got our findings, and I love it when we get a bunch of findings in our bag. Maybe not so much if it was like stainless steel or something like that, where it's easier to come by that color. But when you have a special color like rose gold or this antique copper, getting more findings in your bag just means that you won't have to go shopping for findings that match it. Whereas if they're like regular colors like gold or silver, you can usually find findings in your own stash to go with them. So it looks like we've got some chain. This is a 5x3 steel cable chain. We get 1 meter of this. That is very useful. And I'm going to put the chain right over here. And now we've got some chandelier findings. I love these. I think one of my very first bead boxes that I got from Bargain Bead Box had a similar style. The actual like design was a little bit different. See how it's flat on one side and then it's got this on the other. But I used those findings and some blue pearls, and I made like a triple strand knotted necklace, and I really loved it. I wonder, I bet I could do the same with these. Maybe we'll do some knotting. Yeah, that's a good idea, Becky. Maybe we'll do some knotting. So I'm going to go ahead and put these connectors over here in this section. And now we've got some spacers. We've got some ornate lantern spacer beads. It's these guys right here with this little swirl on them. We've got a modern floral toggle clasp. There are 3 sets of these. So we've got multiple connectors. And these are great toggle clasps. I'm going to put connectors right here in the center. And then we've got some leverback earrings, and I can wear these, but not everyone in my family can. So if I make them earrings out of this box, I will probably not be using these. I'll probably be making my own. But again, I can wear these without any problem. All right, I'm going to, let's see, I have more findings. I've got a pendant. I have that. I have these. I think these are actually going to go in here because they're not going to fit in any of the normal size. I'm just going to bend these over. These are some eye pins, and eye pins are just a piece of wire with a loop on one end. You can make a loop on the other end and have yourself a link in a chain. All right, I'm going to stick this guy right in here over those because that's where it'll fit best. And now let's put our leverbacks in here. This is a brass pinch bail. It's antique copper. So you could use this on your pendant, or you could do some wire wrapping. I am going to wait until I decide what I want to do, because it's entirely possible that I will just go ahead and use this pinch bail. But see how you've got the hole in here? These prongs go through the hole. You open this and then you close it, and it's just your little connection on your pendant. So that was really thoughtful. I'm going to stick this in here with the pendant, actually. And then we've got our filigree teardrop pendants. There are 2 of these. Oh, these are pretty. Oh, I already know what I'm going to do with these. Y'all, we're going to do some wire wrapping, and we're going to wrap some of these smaller amazonites around the outsides of these teardrops. Yeah, we are. That's what we're going to be doing with this one. I'm going to set these in here with the connectors. And now we've got our scrolled bead caps here. Let's get a little close-up of these. I'm going to put a couple here in my dish because it's easier for it to focus when it's going up here. So you've got like the scrolled end right there. And that's the other side. I'm going to stick these bead caps in here with the spacers. They are things that go between the beads or on either side of a bead. They accentuate the bead. Except I had them just fly all over the place and end up in different parts of my organizer. Because of course I did. But yeah, I really like having, especially when we have a not as common metal color, I like having extra findings in here besides just a couple of clasps and some chain, because then it just makes it so you've got a lot more that you can do with it. I'm going to set this here for our final look. There we go. That is the March bargain bead box. It is the Seafoam Sunrise collection. I think it's really beautiful. And I hope you guys enjoy making this. I'm definitely going to be doing some tutorials with it, and I will talk to y'all later.